now we're going to learn the single crochet stitch. It's one of the most basic stitches in crochet, and we're going to start with 10 chains on the foundation chain. So how you can tell where the stitch is by the little V's. So here we have a little V, there's another V, there's another V, there's another V. So we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now there's also 11 because remember the loop on the hook is another stitch. But we kind of want to put an extra one in because we're going to skip the first chain, that little first V, to put our crochet stitch into the next one. So for a single crochet stitch, you're going to skip the first stitch, right? And this one on the hook does not count. So we're skipping this first stitch and we're going to place our stitch in the next one over. So we're going to do that by, again, finding that first stitch, second stitch, and we're going to put the hook through that little hole there, right? So it's kind of like, almost like having 2 loops, but again, so skipping that stitch, and here's our second stitch, yarn or hook in front, through, okay? Then we're gonna do what's called a yarn over. So we literally are putting this yarn over and hooking it, remember, just like we did with the chain, and pulling it through, okay? And then we're gripping the piece again so that we can see. Now we have 2 loops over the hook. We're actually gonna do that yarn over again, hooking and pulling through both loops. So then you can tighten it up a little bit, and that is actually your first stitch. So then we will do it in the next one. So we only skip that first stitch at the very beginning of rows, and then the next stitch goes in the very next chain. So again, it goes in the front into that hole, we loop, yarn over. Now we have those 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again and pull it through, and again you can tighten it a little bit. So there's your stitch. Now we have 2 stitches, so we're going to do this again. So we're going to find the next stitch. Again, we're not skipping chains in the middle of a row. So we're going into the hole, we're pulling that through. Now we have those 2 loops, right? And so then we're going to yarn over again, pull that through both, and that is now 3. Okay, put a little more space, and again we're going to hook in and pull through that single to put those 2 loops and through. Okay, so now you can kind of see that we're forming almost what looks like a foundation chain on top, except for now we have the stitches in between. So then we're going to keep going, and 2, and then pull in. So again, that's into that hole in the chain, the stitch, and then it's coming to bring that through so that we have the 2 loops and through.